Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to ACC's next story time. I hope you've gathered all of your kids and you're ready to hear the author of this beautiful book, which I got a while ago. As soon as I heard the title, Eid Breakfast at Abuela's, I knew that this was going to be something that taught my kids about another culture and other experiences around Eid. And I thought, this is a book that I definitely need to have on my shelf. So I went ahead and ordered it, and I'm so honored that I get the chance to have it read to me and, host this story time for everyone with the author herself. So the author of Eat Breakfast at Abuela's is Mariam Saad, and she is here today. Welcome, Mariam.
Hi, assalamu alaikum, Hakima.
Wa alaikum salam. How are you doing? I see you have your baby there.
Alhamdulillah, we're good. This is Layla.
Hey,
Um,
Layla. I know she can't hear me.
yeah, we're gonna keep her busy down here,
Okay,
inshallah.
right. So, but first, before we jump straight into the story, I do want to ask you just a general question of, what led you to read this book, or sorry, to writing this book, and kind of your inspiration behind writing a book like this.
Okay, so it started so Layla's my second. My first is Yusuf. He's 3 years old. As soon as, sorry about that. As soon as he
Okay.
turned one, um, I had, a little bit more free time to myself. I wasn't working. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Ever since I got pregnant. I resigned and I've been at home with them ever since, alhamdulillah. So as soon as he turned one, I just had a few minutes to myself at the end of the day and I needed a stress reliever.
Yeah.
And at that time you feel kind of isolated from the world and then you start to feel kind of innovative, like how can I make my life as a mother easier?
Totally relate.
So yeah, you start to feel really creative, subhanallah.
Mhm.
And so my stress reliever was just writing these stories that were coming to me just, at the tip of my fingers on my phone, just for a few minutes at night. And it
Mhm.
was a stress reliever. It wasn't like I was creating a story or anything like that. And this one was completed and subhanallah, I went with it. I thought,
Yeah.
I want to feel productive in a different way other than taking care of my kids. So
Yeah.
I think I might try to hold on to this phone. I don't want to take the ear set out. Okay.
Oh, okay. No, no problem. If the phone tips over, we're good with that. The baby,
Thank
the
you.
baby is fine, and that. Don't worry,
Thank
don't
you.
get stressed out over that. Um, but I did want to ask you about your kind of background, ethnic background, because this book is written with Spanish words. So I just want to ask you that as well. How did this kind of come together?
Good question. I'm actually full Egyptian. My husband's Egyptian. We're not
Yeah.
really multicultural, but I grew up in Southern
Uh-huh.
California. So there's a lot of Mexican influence and there's a lot of cultural diversity, alhamdulillah. And I learned Spanish
Hmm.
at school.
Okay.
And
Are you
I love
fluent?
cultures.
Are you
I'm
fluent?
getting there. Getting there,
Oh, mashallah. I have a
inshallah.
personal I don't know if it's bad to say the word jealousy, but I love Spanish. I love to hear it. I
Yeah.
love the culture. I love the food. I love
Yeah.
everything about
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And I get so angry at myself when I don't know like Spanish words, and I never
Yeah.
studied it, so why would I? But I have this jealousy for people who know Spanish. Like mashallah,
Alhamdulillah.
it's such a beautiful language. So when I saw this book, definitely I just picked it up because at least I could pick up a few words from this book.
That was my message behind
We can.
incorporating the. Oh,
I
you
think the
can't hear
sound
me?
went out.
Hello?
There we go.
Okay. That was actually my message behind incorporating the Spanish words in the book. To
Yeah,
instill a sense of pride in our youth's multilingualism and their
yeah,
various cultural backgrounds. A lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
times, we just get so consumed by the assimilation and, the going forward with the American media, and it's so glamorous
yeah, yeah,
globally. And we forget that we have such rich backgrounds and languages all around us that we can
yeah.
dive into as well.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's beautiful to dive into
Alhamdulillah.
someone else's culture and just do something that needs to be done, which is a book like this. So,
Alhamdulillah.
um, let's get started with the book.
Okay.
I'm gonna just be turning my pages here, reading
Okay.
along with you.
All right, so we have here Sophia on the cover and her grandmother. And Sophia's nickname is Trilingual Sophia. Trilingual. So we're going to break this word down for our younger audience. We're going to break it up into
Okay.
two parts. We have tri and lingual. So I want everyone to think of a shape that starts with the word tri, the three-sided shape.
Yes.
And we're going to say that tri means
Tri means
three.
what?
We're going to say tri means three, and lingual means language. So trilingual
Right.
Sophia means that Sophia speaks how many languages, Hakima?
Three. She speaks three languages.
And her three languages are here in the title of book one. I eat breakfast at Abuela's.
I see. So Eid is Arabic.
For holiday?
Breakfast at, yes. And then breakfast at is English. And then abuelas is Spanish.
That's right. Abuela is Spanish for grandma. All right, so again, we have Spanish words in the book. And I'm going to stop at the end of each page. I would like you in the audience, Hakima, to refer to the context clues. That's the clues in the words. And
Right.
to refer to the illustrations on some of the pages. Those are the drawings. To figure out what those Spanish words mean.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to start here.
And
My name
you
is...
want, if anybody's watching and they want to guess, you want them to type it in the comments and then to guess what it is.
Yeah,
okay.
that'd be great.
So whoever's watching, get into the comments and type.
All right.
Okay.
My name is Sophia, and Ramadan, this año, was very special. Our Spanish word is año. So we know that Ramadan is a month, and months come by every...
year.
Correct. Año means year.
Okay.
We're on this page with the beautiful iftar feast here. It was the first time that I tried to fast. I drank agua and had some snacks in the morning and afternoon, and then fasted for the last 2 hours of each day. Our Spanish word is agua. So if you're going to be fasting, Hakima, what is one thing you want to drink enough of before you start your fast?
Definitely water. I'm feeling it right now as we speak.
Oh, it's all right. It's just a few more hours, inshallah.
Yes.
Is the sound
Agua
okay?
is water.
I know Layla's getting a little drowsy.
The sound is fine. And if you do need to take a pause or anything, that's fine as well. But we're good.
Thank you. I'm going to try to go off of my memory with the text so I could show you the images.
Okay.
All right. Here's Sophia and her mom on the airplane. Even though Mama's family does not celebrate Ramadan or Eid, my abuela prepared an Eid breakfast for Mama, Baba, and me for the first time. Our Spanish word there is abuela. So who is it that we're having breakfast with? Abuela is grandma.
Grandma.
To get to Abuela's, we flew in an avion across the country. We left right after we broke our last fast. Avion would be?
A plane. Airplane.
An airplane. Very good.
Thank you.
Here they're still on the airplane, and Mama has a book in her hand that says scrapbook on it. So Sophia's going to tell us about the scrapbook. Mama brought my scrapbook on the airplane. Oh, excuse me. I think I can actually use my other hand now.
Okay,
Mama
awesome.
sorry. Mama brought my scrapbook on the airplane so we could work on it during the long flight. She keeps memorable things there, like pictures of me learning to walk and the first cuchara that I ever ate with. I used it to eat plain white yogurt sprinkled with tiny black raisins. Cuchara is our word there. So what do we use to eat yogurt with?
I think it's a spoon.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Cuchara means spoon. Okay.
So, how's the baby doing? Just wondering. Is
yeah,
she's
would
she fall asleep forward like that? Or do you
She
do you
may.
want to turn her around?
Um, I think I'll leave her and we'll see. I'm trying to
Okay.
bounce her around a bit. She's hot and sleepy,
Okay.
so
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just giving you space to do whatever is needed for the baby first
thank you for
before
coping.
continuing.
Thank you very
Okay.
much.
No problem.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, here we're going to see the inside of Sophia's scrapbook. Before I fell asleep for the night flight, I had finished my bolsa of pretzels and taped it to the page about Eid in my scrapbook. So there in the picture, we see the bolsa of pretzels. Bolsa
Yeah.
means
Bag. Is it bag?
that's correct. That was a long
Okay.
pause from my end. That was correct.
I'm like, man, I got it wrong.
All right. So Sophia did mention that Abuela is inviting her, Sophia and her mom and dad. Here
Right.
is Baba. We're gonna start this page with a quote. Excuse the background. All right. We're starting with a quote here. Wake up, Rahim. Buenos dias, Sophia. Before I knew it, the airplane had landed and Mama was waking Baba and me up to get ready for Eid prayer. We used the bathroom on the airplane to brush our teeth and change into our Eid clothes. Our phrase in Spanish is buenos dias.
Mhm.
So if you're saying wake up and you want to say something else to follow that with, what would that be?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Here, Sophia and her family are leaving the airport with their luggage. They're dressed beautifully, and we could see the people they're passing by are looking at them in awe. Like, wow, look at that wonderful looking family.
Yeah.
I wore my new ropa, a long blue dress with orange sleeves and flowers at the bottom. Ropa means
I always thought it meant clothes, but here it feels like it means dress.
a lot of people do guess dress, but it's a generic clothes or outfit. Yes.
Clothes. Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with your suggestion. I'm gonna try turning Layla around.
Okay.
As I do that, I'm gonna give a little tip that helps me remember words in different languages.
Okay.
So the word ropa reminds me of robe, and robe is something you wear.
Mm. Yeah.
So,
Right.
and by the way, if any of our viewers have any French or Italian vocabulary, they
Yeah.
may find many of these words familiar because those languages as well as Spanish are Latin based.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
if we refer back to the word for water, agua, in Italian it would be aqua or aqua.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So many even Arabic and Spanish have some overlap as well. Maybe not in
Yeah,
the word agua, but yeah.
yeah. Um, that page with the Eid clothes, the ropa, isn't that one
Mhm.
of our Eid traditions? To wear new clothes for
Yeah.
Eid? That's a tradition, right?
Right. Right.
Many of
Yep.
us Muslims from different countries all around the world, we do that tradition. And then here's another tradition. We see Sophia and her family are where?
At the masjid.
Correct. After we prayed and met our amigos at the mosque, so Sophia and her mom are here greeting a friend, and Sophia's dad is in the background greeting his friends. So amigos would mean
Friends.
friends. We drove to Abuela's for desayuno. Desayuno, I'm gonna go back to the cover. We know
Mhm.
it's Said. We know they're going to Abuela's. And what are they going to be doing at Abuela's, Hakima? They're having
Eating
desayuno.
breakfast.
Yeah.
Desayuno.
So desayuno means
I want to start
breakfast.
using that word. Desayuno. Desayuno.
All right, we have Abuela here. We're starting this page with a quote. Clara, Rahim, and Sofia, I have missed you, mis hijos, Abuela said to us when we arrived at her casa. We each greeted her with a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. Our first Spanish phrase is mis hijos. It's a little tricky, but I'm going to try to give you a clue. So, Abuela
Mhm.
has her daughter, her son-in-law, and her granddaughter there, and she calls
Mhm.
them mis hijos.
Yeah.
So what is she calling them?
Just in general, like my kids in general.
Very good,
Okay.
Hakima. You're doing great, mashallah.
Thank you.
And we have another Spanish word here. It's casa. When we
Yes,
arrived
that
at
one I
Abuela's
know.
casa.
Mi casa es tu casa.
Oh,
My home is
nice.
your
See, see?
home.
All right. Here we have some Mexican decorations. I'm going to
Hmm.
read this page. To my surprise, she had invited my tios, tias, and cousins all to enjoy an Eid breakfast with us. Our Spanish words are tios and tias. We see a woman holding a pyramid-shaped piñata, and she's hanging it up, and a
Hmm.
man putting up a banner that says Feliz Eid. So what do you think tios and tias would be?
Well, because they mentioned cousins, well, you mentioned cousins. I would say it would be uncle and aunt, or uncles and aunts.
Yeah, uncles and aunts, but
Yep.
in the
Okay.
illustration, we just say one uncle and aunt.
Okay.
Again, I'm sorry, everyone. I do have two kids, and it's only two adults here with the two kids, so
Yeah.
we split them up.
Yeah. We have the same situation. If you yeah, if you need to pause, please, yes, because she comes first before our story time.
Thank you.
Yes, definitely. I have two kids myself, and right now I had to tell my husband to please keep them in the garage with him. He's working on his
Um.
motorcycle, and they're just playing in the grass. So
Okay.
we have two parents, two kids, and I absolutely know how it feels sometimes
Thank you.
because yeah, it's been like times when I needed him to be there and then he didn't really realize that I needed him to be there and then I have both of them while I'm doing something that I needed neither of them to be around for.
Yeah.
So
Alhamdulillah.
I completely understand. Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you to the viewers as
You're-
well.
Yeah. No
All right.
problem.
I am the youngest of my cousins on mama's side of the family, and also the only one learning tres languages. When I told Abuela that I knew the entire alphabet in English, Arabic, and Spanish, she lifted me up into the air and spun me around. Our Spanish word is tres. Sophia speaks tres languages.
Hmm. And that reminds me of the try that you talked about at the beginning.
Yep.
So tres, try, three. They all sound
Very
very
good.
similar. Yes.
Okay. Um,
Layla, it's okay. I know she can't hear me.
I think we're gonna try a few more toys here.
Okay.
All right. Abuela had me so high that I could almost touch the banner that Tío Gabriel had painted. It said Feliz Eid in green, white, and rojo. I asked Abuela if he was named after the angel Gabriel. She nodded and rewarded me by letting me be the first to sit down for breakfast.
Aw.
So we have Feliz Eid in the banner. What does Feliz mean?
Happy?
Yes, Happy Eid.
Okay.
And rojo. The colors are green, white, and rojo.
Rojo, rojo is red.
Yeah, you can see that in the illustration. And if you know any French, excuse my pronunciation, but it would be rouge or around
Oh
somewhere
yes.
around there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Let's do a little pause for Layla. Let's do a pause for Layla. I know she needs nap time.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Layla. Hi, Layla. Hi. Hi, Layla. Oh, she's smiling with me. Hi, Layla.
Auntie Hakima?
We're re- we're reading your mommy's book. Isn't that nice? It's trilingual Sophia. See? We're reading her book.
Um, okay.
I know we have should, do you want me to read some while you hold it? While you
You know what we can do? Could you hold the page and I read,
Okay.
and then
Okay, I
I'll
got you.
keep her. Okay.
I got you.
All right. So we're on the page with the menu items. The
Okay, there
food
we
was
go.
set up in the dining room for the grown-ups and in the backyard for the niños. Tia Marta cooked most of the food. She told me that she had made my favorite empanadas. They were filled with pollo and cheese. She also made tacos with eggs and papas, black beans,
Mhm.
guacamole, and churros. All right, niños. So Sophia tells us that the grown-ups are eating in the dining room while the niños eat in the backyard. What do you think that means, Hakima?
The kids.
Good. And then we have empanadas.
Mhm.
Empanadas. The translation that I use for empanadas is pies, but they're not the
Okay.
dessert pies. They're they're closed tacos and they're like the size of your hand, and they're
Mhm.
like the
They're
equivalent of a
delicious.
samosa. And
They're also delicious.
oh, Mexican food is very delicious, mashallah.
Yes.
And
Okay.
Sophia says that they were filled with pollo and cheese. So, what goes really well with cheese? Which meat in particular would taste good with cheese?
Chicken and cheese.
Chicken, pollo. And then papas is a vegetable that also starts with P in English, and people enjoy it for breakfast sometimes.
Oh, you're gonna stump me with that one. Papas? I mean, you said it's a fruit?
Oh, a vegetable.
Oh, a vegetable.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Um, thinking hash browns,
Oh,
thinking tater tots.
potatoes.
Yeah. Yes.
Potatoes.
So
Okay.
yeah, I guess tacos can come with eggs and potatoes in them for breakfast.
Yeah.
Okay, here is Sophia with her cousins. After eating our breakfast, my cousins and I drank our leche before having any cupcakes. I had already changed out of my eye dress to keep it crumb free. When we finished our meal, we counted our teeth. Jose, who is 10, had just lost his last baby tooth. Our Spanish word there is leche. What drink
Mm-hmm.
goes really well with cupcakes?
Milk. And you know what kind of cake is really good? Tres leches cake.
That was good.
That was a
Book
good like
two.
yes.
Book two, Hakima.
Oh, I want to put up this comment. I don't know if you know this person.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know? And
Farah.
she also says Leila.
Thanks,
She's
Farah.
sending
Farah
good
has
vibes to Leila.
Thank you, sweetie. I haven't met Farah, but she has a book published by my same publisher, by Prolance, and her book is titled
Oh, okay.
Bilal and Mr. Shell's The Life of Prophet Isa.
Oh, nice. I need
That
to get that
that
book.
that's how we met. Okay, here's our game. It's a few cards with pictures on them.
Okay.
Since he is the oldest, Jose got to choose a game for us to play. He chose Loteria, which is like bingo, but is played with pictures instead of números. Sophia tells us
Mm-hmm.
that this game Loteria is played with cards with pictures on it. Cards
Yeah.
with pictures on them. But unlike bingo, which has
Mm-hmm.
números on the cards, Loteria has
Yeah.
pictures. So what would you guess números means?
Numbers.
That's right. Jose already knew that his nombre was Spanish for Joseph. When I told him that in Arabic it is Yusuf, he felt special about having such a popular name. Jose's nombre also means Joseph as well as Yusuf. So what does
Right.
nombre mean?
Name.
Good.
It's good that you put nombre on one page and then números on the other one because nombre kind of sounds like number and you might think that it's number instead of name.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually just realized that.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I did them side by side, and you're right. People can notice that and then just use their photographic memory to remember the difference.
Exactly. That's how you learn stuff.
He and the rest of my cousins wanted to learn more Arabic. 2 Arabic palabras were added to their vocabulario. I taught them through a song. It goes, halib, leche, milk. Me, agua, water. All right, Hakima, I'm going to say each of those words, and I'd like you to repeat after me, and I'd like the audience to repeat also. Ready?
Yes.
Halib,
Halib,
leche,
leche,
milk.
milk,
Me,
ma,
agua,
agua,
water.
water.
Now we're going to sing it. One line at a
Okay.
time. One line at a time. Okay.
Okay.
Halib, leche, milk.
Halib, leche, milk.
Me, agua, water.
Ma, agua, water.
Okay, so like Sophia's cousins, we just went over 2 Arabic palabras. What does palabras mean?
Words.
That's right.
Okay.
And those palabras have been added to your vocabulario as well.
Yeah.
Vocabulario, is
Okay.
that a tricky one? You
No,
got
it's pretty
it?
apparent.
Okay, I'm glad.
Vocabulary.
Good. All right, here the family's taking a picture. What does it look like Tio Gabriel is doing there? He's got we see a button there in the center, bottom center of the page, and we see
Hmm.
Tio Gabriel is closer to,
Oh,
yeah, and everyone is in
I
the
didn't.
background.
I never noticed that it was taking a
Yep,
selfie.
he's taking a selfie.
Aw,
After some more singing, we gathered for a group fotografia. What do you think fotografia means?
picture.
Yeah, a picture or a photograph or a photo.
Yeah.
Here we're revisiting Sophia's scrapbook again.
Hmm.
When I got back home, I printed the photo and added it to my scrapbook to remember this great dia. Dia. Spanish word.
This this great day.
Day. It also kind of sounds like day, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
My familia had a wonderful gathering at Abuela's house. It was fun to be with Mama's family while celebrating Eid. Maybe next year they can all visit us for the first days of Ramadan.
Oh,
Familia. That's our final Spanish word in the book. Familia.
family.
Family.
Oh,
So for those who get to see the book in person, in the end, there is a glossary with all 30 Spanish words, the translations in English, as well as the Arabic. And
yes.
that's the
This
end
is
of
a
our
good.
story.
This is a good resource for people to just go back and maybe teach your kids the first five in 1 week and
Yeah.
then the next five. Awesome. Thank you so much, Maria.
Oh, thank
Thank
you,
you for
Hakima.
being an amazing author and doing the thing that mothers always do, juggle. Just
Oh, thank
juggling
you.
lots of things at once. So mashallah, you
Yeah,
did that with a lot of grace and we really, really appreciate your
thank
time.
you. I know
Um,
it was a little noisy, not a little, it was pretty noisy, and the screen, I had the
no,
screen
it's
moving around a
fine.
lot.
It's okay.
Thank
She's a
you.
baby and we completely understand. I also wanted to show people my daughters. They colored their Feliz Eid. That's Aya's. She's 4. There you can
That's
see
so
all the
cute.
confetti. And then this is from Amana. She's 5. So they basically did it almost the same way. Sophia is purple here, and Sophia is red.
If you could send me those on in a DM on Instagram at Trilingual
Yeah.
Sophia, I would love to see the kids' artwork.
Okay, I definitely will. And if anyone out there also had their kids color it because it was sent by email to our email list, be sure
Okay.
to send it over to Mariam,
Yes,
Trilingual
please.
Sophia. Um, And we'll add that to the description box of the YouTube video so people can easily get to you on Instagram, inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Mariam. Go tend to your baby, give her a
All right.
little nap time.
Yeah, finally,
and
yeah.
and thank you so much for your support of ACC.
Thank you, and good luck with everything. Ramadan Mubarak.
All right. Ramadan Kareem. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.